Hi there, my name is Trish Morris. I'm one of the group facilitators at Roots to Work South. And in this short video, I'm going to be giving you some top tips on how to smash that web interview. As with telephone interviews, video interviews are becoming very popular with employers. It allows the employer to hear you and see you. And in fact, a lot of retail companies are now using this method for their first draft of interviewing. So this first part is to give you some ideas on how to prepare for your video. So the first thing I would suggest to you is determine the best hardware to use. So if you're lucky enough to have a laptop, perhaps a tablet or a smartphone, then choose the one that you're most comfortable with and the one that will give you the most reliable technology. Select proper location for the interview, and this is obviously going to be very important. So ideally it should be somewhere in a quiet room, away from any distractions or any noises. Control the lighting as much as you can. So try and avoid sitting next to a table lamp, for example, that might cause quite a bit of glare. And you should always choose a location in which you can be seen on camera from about the waist up. So we really don't want to see too much of the ceiling. They want to see your face. So let them see your face. Avoid distracting backgrounds, so keep it as plain and simple as you can. I'm using a screen behind me, but if you don't have anything like that, then just try and have a plain background, a plain wall background. Try and avoid having any clothes hanging up in the background or any other items like that. Have a contingency plan for any glitches, because it'll be one of those days that you're all fully prepared and then something goes wrong with the technology that you're using. So have a backup plan. So if something does go wrong, you can continue the interview very quickly using another piece of technology. And complete full interview preparation. Treat this exactly the way it would be if you were actually having a face-to-face interview with somebody. So don't skimp on your interview prep. Do your research, conduct research on the employer, prepare responses to the common interview questions that come up. Although we can never second guess what questions an employer is going to ask, you can actually start prepping for the answers of the common ones that come up. Formulate a few questions that you want to ask as well and determine the best professional outfit for the interview. So these are things to think about before the day of the interview. And finally, the last thing to do here is to have a mock interview. They are absolutely worth their weight in gold. So you can do that in an environment where you can use a friend or you can use a colleague. But if you're registered with Roots to Work South, then give your job broker a call and they will arrange a mock interview with another member of staff. Honestly, it's worth its weight in gold. So practice both your interviewing skills as well as the technology that you're going to be using. And if you can, record the interview so that you can play it back for yourself, and that way you can see any little characteristics that come across when you are being interviewed. So record it, get some feedback from somebody else, ask one of your members of your family or a friend or again, your job broker to have a wee look at it and give you some feedback, especially on how you look and how you sound. In the second half of this video, I'm going to be talking about how we actually perform on the day of the interview. So see you soon.